Welcome back everyone to our gameplay of Farm Manager 2018. So we got a lot done in our last video. We're now starting to really fill out this area over here for our slaughterhouse operation. But now I want to move a little bit farther. For one thing, let me just say, for those of you who do not play the game and have been holding out on buying the game, this game, it takes a long time to load a game file. A previous save, whenever you load it up, it takes several minutes. And then once the game actually loads up, you still have to wait another 30 to 45 seconds at least while the game continues to load and everything really stutters. So that's interesting and something I hope that the developers are able to work through going forward. Now, so what do we have planned for today? Well, today I actually want to start making plans for next spring because I want to start to lay out some fields and prepare for kind of how we want to attack things going into next spring. Obviously, going into the fall season right now, so these fields that we're going to be preparing for are not going to be useful right now. But I want to kind of get an idea how we want to lay some things out and get the groundwork done during this time and as we get into winter, so we can think about our expansion plans because once again, once we start laying down some fields, we're going to be out of room again very soon. All right, first and foremost, let's go ahead and put this on fast forward for just a moment. Let's make sure, after everything we went through in the last video, to try and make sure that all of our animal pens were stocked the way we wanted them to. Let's actually make sure that they are. Let's see. Well, we could do... okay, we'll come back to the chickens. We will come back to the chickens. All right. So as always, we need to come over and work our greenhouses. Now, one thing I have thought about for our greenhouses is depending on where the game goes from here, mainly with regards to some of the AI assistance to automate some of these things so that our workers that we have stationed around here could just continually work these. I'm thinking about getting rid of the greenhouses once we get into the full-scale field farming. And the reason for that is just simply time. There's only so much that we can get done, and the greenhouses seem to take up quite a bit of that. Also, another thing that we need to do is I believe we need to set up having our mutton sold automatically. I don't remember doing that. We might have, but I don't remember doing that. Let's actually go find that now. And while we're in there, let's see, there's the cow. So the cow meat is on auto sell. We need, yep, the mutton is not right now. Let's see, what is the current price for the cow meat? Okay, so they have slashed it quite considerably, it looks like. The mutton, okay, so $19 or so, not bad. And let's just sort of glance through here and see if there's anything else that we have that needs to be on auto sell. Again, we've talked about some things like with the milk, turning that into cheese, perhaps in the future. So we got several ideas going forward, but it does, perhaps even butter, but it does look like we've got everything going that we need to get going for now. All right, so first things first here, now that we've got the auto sell up and running, let's go ahead and see what kind of a field we can get going. And let's put it right over, like right as far as we can get it. Let's see what we can do. All right, so we can do, okay, 75 by 75. All right, I like it. I like it. What I want to try to do is let's do fewer huge fields rather than multiple small fields, just to save us some time. So let's do a 75 by 75, and that is just monstrous, by the way, for the purposes of this game, because you can see how much area that takes up. Essentially the same area as all these greenhouses do. All right, now what I want to do is let's set up a road, maybe, if the game, come on game, running low on FPS right now. Game's getting a little bit bogged down, I assume because we have so much going on. I mean, we got a lot of workers running around, around 50 at this point. So let's see, what buildings are we going to need? I'm not exactly sure. That's the problem. So we've got small garages, medium, we've got a carport for the big garage, and then for the things that just simply won't fit inside, we have a parking area. So I think what we will do, let's go ahead and set out another field first, because I've got an idea here. And right there should be good. And another 75 by 75. Now it's entirely possible, because I've seen quite a few mentions on the boards of issues with various tractors and field equipment. So it's entirely possible that we might get all this set up and then nothing work properly. That is entirely possible. But if it happens, then it'll just have to happen. Oops, we need our roads, because I'm actually going to put a road right back through here. I think that will work out for us. And we're going to put some garages, because what I plan on doing is having dedicated equipment for these two fields, and who knows, maybe another one that we put down over here somewhere. But just to have some fun with this. All right, let's go back to our garages. And we've got room for 6 small parking spots here. So let's go ahead and put that one. Let's put this one right here on the corner. Now, when it comes time to expand, I would have no trouble buying this land here, even though most of it would be unusable, simply because land is pretty cheap in this game. So it's not a whole lot to worry about for me. I mean, again, 1.2 million, we've got money coming out of our ears right now, which reminds me about our animals. Let's go ahead and fill back up. So for now, the cows have not reached the point where they would need the inseminator. They take a little bit longer. In fact, quite a bit longer, I think. But these others have reached that point. So we will, for the most part, be letting the game tell us when we need to call the inseminator. And then, of course, we have the slaughterhouses that will take care of it from there. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see. What else do we need? We are going to need a garage for medium, but I'm not sure. Let's take a quick look at what we're going to need. Let's see. Let's go about tractors first. There are essentially 2 types of tractors. There's an orchard tractor, which we would get into a little bit later when we get into orchards. Let's see. With this tractor, you can see size is medium. Size. Okay, so both of those are considered medium. So we're going to need a spot for 1, maybe 2 of those, just depending on how we decide to do this. What about cultivators? So we've got medium and medium there. So it looks like we're going to need more spots for medium than we are anything else. So small, medium. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of space for medium. Okay, let's go ahead and just do that. Oh, we got more breeding that is ready. Let's go ahead and call the inseminator while we're thinking about it. Okay, so we've got 6 spots available for the small. Let's go ahead and do the medium. And we're probably, let's see, what did that say? I actually missed it. How many? 3 medium parking spots. Wow, that's not going to be very many at all. Okay, let's go ahead and do 1 there. And space this out a little bit. And put 1 about right there. And then we'll leave some room over here if we need some of the large equipment, which I would imagine we will. Because I would imagine one of the things we're going to need is a combine, which shows as large. Interesting. It shows as large, which means that it will fit under, yes, it will fit in there. Okay, so I'm going to actually lay this one out right there. And again, we've got some more spaces available if they are needed. All right, so we've got that up and running. We're not going to purchase the equipment just yet because we really don't have any reason to need it just yet. I suppose we could go ahead and plant some of the perennials there, like the strawberries, peppers, and I think tomatoes are the 3 perennials we have in the game that I'm aware of. We could go ahead and actually plant those because they would stay through the winter, and then next spring they would automatically rise. And the more I talk about that, the more I like that idea. So we may actually be doing that a little bit ahead of a schedule. We'll keep working these greenhouses, of course. Let's see, are we even working this building? We are not. So what kind of space do we have? We are all full there, but we have, I believe, some space here. Yes. Let's go ahead and fill out some of this area with more beekeeping, because we've certainly got the room. Let's go ahead and hire another beekeeper. Again, we're getting to the end of the season, but I'm not particularly worried about that. I know that can be a bit frustrating if you're thinking I'm trying to do everything absolutely to the max, but I can assure you I am not. I am more concerned about just getting things done and not so much about when I get them done. The money flow is not an issue for us, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time worrying about that. Let's see, let's get, maybe, there we go. Been talking about doing this with the bees for a little while now. Now I actually want to put a few more of these out. Let's see, what do we have? Okay, we got room for one more right now in the housing that we have in the area. Again, I mean, this guy's going to have a little bit of a walk, but we're not terribly worried about that. Okay, so we'll do one more for now. There we go. Now let's go ahead and fast forward. You can see the greenhouses they are unrelenting. They will never stop letting us know that it's time to do some more work. There we go. Animals are ready for breeding. I see the message. There is... Okay, everything good there. And it looks like our crops have finally, yeah, both of them have now finally died. One of them, I think it was the buckwheat that actually succumbed to insects, I believe it was. But now you can see we're at the part of fall when the colza has died as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and let some things get built here momentarily. And during that time, we're going to get some greenhouse. Oh, we got some more breeding ready. So you can see, if you had the automatic inseminator here, you could really make some good work. And of course, as soon as that's done, then the work will of course continue for the slaughterhouses. But for now, we're having to manually work these cows. And it appears like everything is still going good. So I think we've gotten everything taken care of on the animal side of things, and gotten the animals worked that we want to work and not work that we don't want to work and all that. I think we've gotten that. Oops, wrong one. All right, so we've got room for a few more here. Actually, if I could click on the right thing. Okay, yeah, a few more employees here. Let's see, the only bad thing is I need the cooling, and we don't have room for that down here. Unless we want to take up the rest of our space for it, which I am not terribly interested in. All right, we are coming to the end of fall. So I tell you what, I'm going to hold off right here. I'm going to hold off on planting anything. I was seriously thinking about it, though. I thought we might be, not that we would get a harvest in, but we could actually just get the planting side of things done. And once again, everything in me wants to hit that buy button, knowing good and well that's not at all what we need to be hitting, but nonetheless, it is what I generally end up hitting. Okay, so let's go ahead and purchase the last of the beehives and get them started working it, even though they're not going to be producing anything for a little while. Because I am definitely afraid that if I don't get this done now, then I may not get it done. Okay, let's go ahead and get our hives out, and then we'll be done with that. all 10 of them. Okay, and then that still leaves us a little bit of room on the edge here, not necessarily for another building, but rather, you know, it gives us some room if we need to put out another silo or something along those lines. We would definitely have room for that. Okay, so let's just back out here for just a second. Actually, I think we're going to go ahead and put another... What type of a field do we have room for here? If I do the dirt road, which I want to do right there, what does that leave us for a field? Because we might as well use this room the best we can. So what does that give us? Let's see, how far can we go? 39 out of 70 by 75. Yeah, we'll take that. So that will give us 3 fields, or basically like 2.5 anyway. Okay, and that will be our beginning area. Then, of course, we're going to have to figure out what type of workers are we going to hire. We could put in seasonal workers there. That would be particularly useful, I'm thinking, if we want to do a lot by hand, which would be a nightmare, I think, on this size field. But it can be done. Or we could simply hire permanent workers, and then we could use more of their skills as relates to using the farm implements that we're going to have. But again, those are decisions. I'm probably going to go with the permanent workers, quite frankly. Even though, just as with the bees, there will be times during the year when they will not be all that useful. And they will be a drain on our money flow. I'm not terribly worried about that. I mean, just the more I play this game, the more I realize that there are things you can do to just keep making tons and tons of money. And I'm more inclined to just exploit the fun side of things and not worry too terribly much about that. All right, so let's go. Let's see. I am now thinking I want to do some more slaughterhouses. So let's go ahead and look at that. Let's see. I'm probably going to put them over here. That's still not too terribly far from the storage and the food and everything. A little bit farther than I might like, but again, not the end of the world. At least I don't think so anyway. I'm sure the game will let me know if it is. So now, let's see, we could do rabbits. Rabbits can be a real pain in this game because everything you've heard about rabbits and how they reproduce is true for the game, I can tell you. It is constant notification of just this thing right here. Constant notification. In fact, if you play on fast forward, as we spend most of our time doing, it almost seems like the greenhouse is where you can't get anything done except for that. All right, so let's see, chicken coops. Yeah, that should be good. I don't know how much money these will make, but I'm thinking I want to do... Let's see, let's put those right there. Okay, 2 should be enough. I think we'll just end it there. I may put another silo or something down here. Which reminds me that actually we are going to need a pump. Yeah, a pump will be really good for... We're going to need it for our land. I should have left a little bit of extra room somewhere around here for it. But nope. Looks like right in here is where it's going to have to go, and that should be okay. If not, then I guess the game will tell us at that time. Alright, so where are our extra space? Do we have extra space? We got extra space for 1. So we're going to have to build another... we're going to need to build some more space for workers. So while we're waiting, oh, come on, game. Those frames are dropping quite rapidly, making it hard for me to place items and even draw roads. Okay, let's actually go ahead with... let's see, is there anything else I want to do while I'm thinking about it? I don't think so. Maybe a scarecrow or 2? Let's go ahead and put some scarecrows out here. If this is the only area that those scarecrows actually affect, then it's going to be a long day. But let's go ahead and put a few of them out there and see if we can't keep the birds away a little bit. So let's have a little fun with this. Let's see, anything else that we want to do? Fencing, I don't really care about. Okay, I think that's it for those. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and put a small silo right here on the edge. And now we need to get some more housing up and running. Let's put it right here on the corner. And now that will free us up to, let's see, where are we at here? Let's get another slaughterhouse. And put it right here. Just enough room on the corner. Okay, let's let the housing go ahead and get built. Okay, well, we got some more animals ready for breeding. Okay, we'll take care of that. And while I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and buy some more cows while we're waiting for their breeding to kick in. Let's see, we've already clicked on this one. Yes. Okay, so we're good there. Alright, now let's let this thing get built, and then we'll buy some more chickens, and we'll be up and running and probably ready to expand again. Alright, anything going on in the greenhouses? Nope, nothing in the greenhouses. Excellent, that is just awesome. So our well, our well just barely covers everything, so I think we're going to be okay with our pump. I think so. But again, we will find out if that is not the case. Alright, so we need workers that are good with animals. There we go. So there's one. And let's see what else we might have here. Actually, that's going to be a good one for our slaughterhouse. We'll take that. Might as well get these guys. There we go. There's our second person who is good with the animals. It's not a bad one there. A little expensive, but not too bad. Oh, there's a really good one for our slaughterhouse. And I think that's it. Nope, there's another one right there. How about that? We didn't even have to come back out and mess with a lot of that. So let's get our animals up and going. Let's get... max out our workers. And we are actually going to go... I think we'll go 20 here. I can't remember when the inseminator comes. I can't remember how many new chickens you get. I just can't remember. So we'll start with that. Let's see about the food. They'll eat wheat, oat, rye, which I think I've messed up on in the past. So, okay, not bad there. Let's go ahead and purchase some rye. Let's purchase about 5,000 of that. That'll get us going there. So we'll stick with about 20 animals. Oops, almost hit the wrong button. Maximize our training. Oh, keep going. And we'll see how many we get as they start to breed. And let's see what autofill gives us. Okay, yep, that's what we wanted. Max out the training. And again, usually when it's picking out employees for you, it picks out the right ones. Usually. Okay, so current production. This is going to be chickens. And let's see. So here, anything over 20. Same thing here. Anything over 20. And now here, 30. 30. So we want to keep these maxed out. At least for now. Now, if we find out that our two new pens are not getting the job done, they're not providing enough chickens for the slaughterhouse, then we'll expand this out. And even though the proximity isn't all that great. All right, let's let this thing go ahead and start working. Get the chickens in here. Same thing, I'll tell you what, just to make sure we get everything up and running, let's go ahead and get some chickens to work with in our slaughterhouse. Okay, so I think we're in good shape here. All of our employees are maxed out. The warehouse, they haven't gone out. Let's scroll over, okay. They have not, oh, we got some people stuck. Looks like, nope, they're, okay, whew, that scared me for a second. All right, the breeding has already started, so never mind about that. So we've got 20. We'll see how many we get from the inseminator. And for right now, have we picked up any chickens yet? We have not. Yep, there they come. There's the truck that just brought some more in. At least I think that's the truck. Okay, let's slow things down just for a minute. So it looks like the inseminator's been there. All right, 4 is how many we pick up out of that. Okay, so not bad. So we picked up 4, which means that we can actually go... And let's just go ahead and buy all the way up to 30 just for a moment because... Okay, we should get... That's where I want to get. To about 25, 26 or so. Okay, we've got some more animals ready. And you can see how if you get a lot of these animals going that you're actually using the inseminator for, then wow. It can become a clicker game real quick. Okay, so just checking on food real quick. Let's see. All right, they're going to have 3 things to eat, so that's plenty of variety. Still waiting on the inseminator there. There we go. And so let's make a quick adjustment here. Let's go up to anything beyond 25. We'll just keep it at there for now. I don't know how much variance that is. There is for these, whether you get 4 every time, or maybe it's 3 to 5, or something along those lines. But the good news is everything seems to be working. Food is coming in. Okay, we'll wait and see when we actually get some chicken meats. Okay, we've got some over already. All right, these guys are very quick. So let's set that up on our auto trade. And let's see, hoping I don't miss it down through here. There we go. So auto trade, chicken meat, sell it all. So let's take a quick look inside of here and just see what we're dealing with. All right, so 5 chickens gives you 18.75 kilograms. So how much would 5 chickens cost? Okay, they would cost 100 coins for that. And then let's see, what was it? What was the number? It is 18.75. So let's come back in, and if they haven't been sold already through the auto sale. Okay, so around 13 each. So let's do a little bit of math here. So the price is going to vary, but let's just say $13 each times 18.75. What does that give us? $243.75. Okay, so we're going to better than double our money. So it doesn't look like it's going to be quite as profitable as some of these other slaughterhouses, but nonetheless, I think we're going to be okay with it. I think as far as making money anyway. So our task moving forward will just be to make sure that we keep the warehouse full of animals. Okay, ready for breeding again. I like it. And of course, along the way, we're going to be getting eggs here as well that we can sell. So everything really is going to be in good shape one of the great things about the animals is generally, with most of the animals, you have multiple ways to make money, whether it's milk or eggs or whatever the case may be, rather than just having to focus on the slaughterhouse angle. All right, so once again, I think we have gotten a lot done in our video today. It seems like we've only been playing for like 5 minutes, and it definitely doesn't seem like we've been going for anywhere close to 30 minutes, but indeed we have. Oh wow, we've got, yeah, calls for the inseminator all over the place here. Can't wait till they can automate that. Maybe some greenhouses, certain aspects of that can be automated. Everything is looking good. We are set up for the spring. Oh, we got more breeding that is ready to happen all over the place. So I think we are set up very nicely for the winter. We should have plenty of income for the winter. And then, of course, once we get to next spring, we are going to have a lot of work to do on the fields. And I can't wait to get to it. So thank you very much for joining me. And stay tuned next time as we will continue our journey through Farm Manager 2018.